I'm Rabbi Shaul Rosenblatt, and welcome to Tikun's weekly Davar. This week's portion is Vayeitzei. It's about the 6th or 7th in the book of Genesis. It's the story of Jacob leaving his land and heading off towards his father-in-law Laban in the land of Haran. His father-in-law to be, I guess, at that point. The Torah tells us that Jacob had this dream about the ladder, the famous dream. And he, at that point, he promises God. He said that God, whatever I get, whatever income I get, whatever you bless me with, I will give 10% of it back to you. Give 10% of it to good causes, so to speak. And from this, we derive the concept of giving 10% to charity. It's actually a commandment in Jewish law that the person gives 10% of their income to charity. 10% of their net income, that is, of course. We don't have a choice whether to pay taxes or not. So whatever you get net, you're meant to give 10% of that amount to charity. The rabbis give a useful, it's hard for people, 10%, it's a lot of money to give. Rabbis give a useful way of viewing this that to me is very helpful in terms of dealing with the emotional aspect of giving your money to charity. And the way they say to see it is that money comes from God. Money, even though we think we kind of work hard and we make it, you see people who work hard their whole lives and end up with nothing, just aren't fortunate enough to make any money. And you equally see people who kind of lie in bed all day and win the lottery, it happens. There's no guarantees. We say that Judaism believes that the Almighty runs the world and He's the one in charge of where you get your money from, and He's the one that gives it. But we say that He gives it on condition. And that condition is that only 90% of what you get actually belongs to you. The rest it belongs to Him. And however, He put you in charge of distributing it. So 10% of your income is God is giving to you to distribute to needy people, to good causes. It doesn't belong to you. And if you look at it that way, it's just a lot easier to give. It's only given to you in order to give away. It's a beautiful idea to me that we have money that we are obligated to give away. We love giving. It's a beautiful human thing to give, but it's not always easy for us to do. If God puts it in such a way that He gives us an extra amount of money, and that extra amount is there for us to give away, I just think it makes it a lot easier. I think for a couple of reasons. Number one is easier to give what's not yours. It's always going to be the case. If I think it's mine, it's hard for me to give it away. If I think it's God's, then that's kind of not mine anyway, so it doesn't matter if I give it. But there's another point, and I think there's a more significant point. And that is, in my mind, if you look at it this way, it gives you a deeper sense of responsibility. If charity is giving away my money, then I'm in charge, I'm in control. I give to kind of whatever takes my fancy, whatever appeals to me, whatever looks interesting to me, I give my charity money to that. I remember, it's happened to me a few times, happened recently, I was kind of speaking to somebody and asking for donation to Tikun, to my organization, and he just said, it's not my thing, I'm just not into that type of thing. It's very kind of subjective, very personal, very feeling-based. But if that's if you look at it, you're giving your money. But if you're giving somebody else's, if you're giving God's, in fact, you feel a deeper sense of gravitas. It's not my personal opinion. It's not whatever feeling I get in my little toe that, that looks like a nice thing to give to. That's not what it's about. It's about what's right. It's about what makes sense. It's about what's the best use of this money. What's the most appropriate charity to give to? How can I use this money most effectively? That's what it's about. It's not about my personal aggrandizement. It's not about making myself feel good. It's got to be thought through and taking serious responsibility for contributing to the world, for giving to the world around us. The different ways of seeing it, in my mind, produces very different results. Charity is not about what feels good to you. It's not about what appeals to you. It's not about what touches your heart. Charity is about taking responsibility, looking at the world and giving to what genuinely needs to be done. Wish you all Shabbat Shalom. If you're interested in finding more about Tikun, please log on to our website, tikun.co.uk. Thank you.